Otherwise, you guys ready to Strahd?
Yes.
Nice. So during the last session, the group had woken up nice and early to try and raid Fiona's residence in search for Garam's stolen possessions. Going through the residence, they had found what seemed to be a cult of followers praying to some unknown entity in the basement of the residence, along with a plethora of skeletons that slowly swarmed out of the ground. Using a circle of silence, the party was then able to quietly traverse through the rest of the house without waking anyone, finding most of the occupants were asleep. Nothing of great value was gained through the exploration. Um, although they were able to take home with them a large painting that was adorned to the fireplace in the living room of the residence.
And look, even though we didn't get the intel we wanted, we've at least seen the inside of that and how wacky it is.
Question.
Mhm.
Did everybody take a long rest at the end of that session?
No, we finished the session at about 6 a.m. in the morning. Everyone
Okay.
had finished a long rest. First thing in the morning, they went to the house, and the township is only just starting to stir awake as the party comes back to their little safe house. So we're still
Okay.
at the start of a day.
Right, I thought I am asleep.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just on my end, or is the echoing?
No, it's Scott echoing.
I'm echoing?
Yeah, you're
Mhm.
causing everything else to echo.
Why am I echoing?
Mm-hmm.
Probably the feedback.
Is that any better?
Yes.
Okay.
Nice. Oh,
Oh, maybe not.
Echo.
I've got another fix to this. And it's
But on.
fixed.
testing.
Yeah. You can scream as loud as you want, but I'd rather you don't because my headphones are on now.
Huh.
You know, if you do scream loud enough, it will echo.
Most of the echoing will be Rachel screaming at me, so I'm going to pass.
Okay, good to know. So I still have my 1 point of exhaustion and 1 rage point deficit.
Mhm.
Cool. And 21 HP.
So returning back to the little safe house, what would everyone like to do?
Remains asleep.
So we had asked the two NPCs that have names if they recognized anyone in the painting, and I believe they recognized nobody. Was that correct?
One of the main old guy, his mark recognized him as like a man of
Pushing-
industry, or
Pushing my memory, I believe it was Mark to recognize the older couple, Fiona and the older man in that photo.
Yeah.
But Irina did not.
Okay. And did the woman in the bed resemble kind of like an undead version of the woman in the painting?
The woman in the bed appears to be the same person as the woman in the painting. She wasn't undead.
Oh, okay.
The man in the bed next to her was lifeless.
Yep.
But he
And
could
quite.
just be sleeping very heavily and not breathing while he does so.
Oh, I got the impression he was like a little bit mummified.
He looks like he may have been quite freshly deaded, like he's passed away in the night, sort of fresh. A bit pale in the skin, but not rigor mortis status yet.
Right. Okay.
I think the map though is quite dramatic with the way they portray it, so I think that can be a bit misleading. I just checked the map. There's not enough pixels to be accurate.
All right.
It's
6
about
a.m.
6 a.m. So the sun's starting to rise. Village is starting to wake up.
No, because it turns out we were raiding the wrong place. Not now. We probably missed the chance for that particular trip. That's all right. All right. Well, what do you want to do? All right. Um. How long do we want to let Leon have his rest?
Well, me and the orc are going to have trouble going anywhere. It seems that there's stuff happening out in the town. So if
Oh
we're
yeah.
committing to staying in this house, then it's going to have to be the whole day because we're not going
All
to be
right.
able to really sneak out.
No. And I'm in the same boat. I'm a tiefling who is known by probably half the guards and has escaped.
This is true. They're going to probably try and actively look for you. So
We could always have a slumber party with Leon until he's well rested. This is
It's a
true.
reminder you can't long rest twice in a day.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's too early for us.
It's too soon.
So
Yeah.
one interesting thing. So we've murdered the absolute shit out of their basement.
Mhm.
And then we've managed to sneak around the entirety of the rest of the house without being detected,
Mhm.
which is a little bit impressive. And then we've managed to fuck off again. So once they find all those corpses in the basement, I don't know if it's necessarily going to be as bad as it appeared, because they might just raise them as undead. Because that seems to be like a common theme. Like all those skeletons literally in their basement.
More skeletons for the pile.
Yeah, right. It's a shame we can't be in the house when the house wakes up and they're just like, what the absolute fuck? All the doors are open. All the all the cultists in the basement are dead. We left their crazy prisoner. Who's probably the daughter. Well, during the day, probably not a lot. So I think we just have to hunker down for the day and sneak out at night.
They're probably going to keep the dead bodies hushed. Like they're going to have to it's not
Killed the
going to.
cultists in my basement. I want answers.
So there's
Sorry.
not going to be a huge uprising, right? They're not going to immediately try and lock the town down and stuff. But
I've
they're
got the
certainly going to.
impression. I've got the impression that it's going to be more like, "Hey, the council's dead. Riot."
That'd be fun. I should stop interjecting. I am asleep.
That's fine.
Leon
Leon's
continues to
asleep.
sleep
Jordo's not.
talking.
I'm not
Okay.
saying anything of value. I'm mostly just memeing anyway. So
I could go back and shapeshift and scout out and see what their reaction is like, perhaps.
Yeah. When we've been out and about at any time, have there been animals in town?
Yeah. There's definitely been a lot of, let's say, like stray cats wandering about. There seems to be quite a few like ravens that have built up nests in the township. Outside of that, just vermin, rats, mice.
Okay. I think. Oh God. See, I'm of two minds, right? So, going as a cat and slunking around is either going to be really handy because they won't notice an extra cat because they've got like a library of cats. But on the other hand, they might be like, "Ooh, another cat for the pile."
I find myself trapped in a room with 17 other cats, and you have to come rescue me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or wait until someone opens the door.
how
There
did
were
I
like
get out
8
of the cat
cats.
room?
Maybe all of those cats were druids.
You don't know.
They were all collared, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, maybe shapeshifting back into a human form just like chokes them to death. I don't think there's a verbal component to that.
Collars of silence.
Maybe.
So yeah. All right then. In favor of me going to go scout out the
Yeah, if you're comfortable with it,
reaction.
I think it's good.
All right then. Am I able to wild shape into a cat and make my way back towards the house?
Yes. So, wild shaping into a cat, you're, I guess, really able to leave the premises. In doing so, you continue down the path towards your house. It's mostly uneventful. Occasionally, you get a little close to an older lady, and she'll just shoo you away because she doesn't like cats. Fuck cats.
I hesitate. I keep walking.
um, then slowly coming through to like the residence from earlier, you can kind of see that some of the blinds that were drawn, closed earlier, have kind of been opened up on that second floor. You can see that there might have started to be some movement around the house. I bring our. Let me see. So absolutely no one but you can see what's going on.
Sure.
You kind of
If everyone else can close their eyes.
Yep. Hey, you guys aren't there.
No, we literally can't see. We all have black screens.
Coming to the front door, you see that the front door is currently closed.
Yeah, okay. So I guess I kind of want to keep eyes on the front door and the basement at the same time, if possible.
Mhm.
Is there any location that I can?
Sure. About here.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Like, if you come up to here, you could see both at the same time. It's kind of hard to switch this to like being daylight, but we've got.
Yep. And is there like any convenient kind of place where I could pretend to be sleeping? Like if it's just
Um,
open field, then it's kind of a bit.
it's an open field. You're off the path. You're a cat.
Yeah, okay.
There isn't like a nook or a cranny or like a dog house you could sleep in or anything. It's just kind of like open field, some slightly long grass, nothing too extreme, not much bushes. You could try and go to the very front and kind of hide like in the garden bed itself, but even then, you're probably not going to be inconspicuous.
All right then. I'm going to move back a bit and just kind of curl up and keep an eye on the house.
How long are we planning to keep watch? Yeah.
That's a good question. Or I assume until kind of some movement occurs or someone tries to exit the house, or
Um,
until someone approaches the house.
sure. For the first say, hour, you can hear that there are people moving about the house. You know that corner that you're closest to is that kitchen area where food was already being prepped when you guys were sneaking out. Um, Probably an hour and a half later, you see the first person approach. It appears to be. Who is it? God, where are my notes? Where are my notes? Uh, Trying to remember if it's Olaf or Oleg, the guard captain. I seem to have written it both ways in different parts of my notes. Now I can't.
It was
remember his name.
Oleg.
Oleg.
Somebody else said Olaf, and then I think everyone just went along with the meme. Oleg was
You
his first name.
see Oleg approaching the residence, knocking on that front door, and then heading inside.
Which way did he come from?
Sure. So I'll say this is the direction he come from. Coming
Okay.
in, front door.
Yeah. All right then. I'll give it a few more minutes. See if he comes back out.
Probably only about 10 minutes. And you see him angrily stomp off.
Okay. Was anyone else following him?
He seems to be alone.
Can I chase him?
Mhm. Can I just get a stealth roll just to kind of see how inconspicuous you're being?
I'm not a good cat.
You're not a good cat. Huh. I tried to look up Cat 5e specs and it immediately gave me network cables.
Nice.
Cat 5e.
Ah, 5th edition. So annoying. Yeah. If I switch us back to the
Oh, there's a
overhead
blood
map.
killer cat.
Let me grab some tokens to bring across. See. I think probably about here is where he kind of notices that you're following him and he just kind of stops and he's like stomping his feet at you, trying to get you to shoo.
Yep. Okay, then I'll just act startled and kind of just run off east a little bit.
Yep. He continues in his huff.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone within the residence is keeping watch or trying to keep a low profile or how we're being quiet there.
Um, what, what's going on with the windows in our little hideout?
The open, like there's no blinds to cover the windows. The house has been long abandoned. When we were talking about how people are making camp, it was about just staying low under that profile. So if someone looked in through a window, they'd be seen. But if people are just walking by, it still looks like an abandoned house.
Sure. And how many windows are there?
I would say there's 3, one to the north, south, and east.
All right. What if we block, like, use some sort of just whatever fabric we've got access to, just to block off 2 of those windows, and I'll cast an illusion on the 3rd one that just looks like the empty hut, and I'll just recast that every hour.
Mhm. It seems fair enough and subtle enough. With
Yep.
the illusion, though, you wouldn't be able to look through it, would you?
Um, generally, I don't know. It used to be that if you know there's an illusion, then you can basically see through it. Like it's no longer an illusion to you. But I don't know if that's carried over to 5e.
Uh, if a creature discerns the illusion for what it is, the illusion becomes faint to the creature. So yeah, once they realize that it's an illusion, it would become opaque.
And I would just tell them all that's what I'm doing, so that yeah, lovely, awesome.
Cool.
I guess we'll do that, and then we'll do a non long rest, I guess.
Yep. So whoever was like if you guys were taking that short rest to obviously get some hit points back while John went and scouted the house, whoever was looking out the window at the time probably would have noticed Oleg heading down south. Um, is now returning back up north.
Is he just does he look like he's just doing like a standard up and down, or is he like peering and looking for? Like, does it look like he's hunting? I guess.
No, he has a destination in mind.
Okay.
So I guess then, Carlson, on your side, if you want to try and roll another stealth check, if you want to try and follow him again after you've run away, air quotes, or whether you want to just try and observe from a greater distance, or how you want to do it.
Seeing as there's not many locations, I'm going to keep a greater distance and just kind of slowly walk up the path again until I can see the safe house and then see if he's there or if he's gone.
Yep. You kind of see him. He walks past the safe house up into this house right next to the gates into town.
All right, and I'll walk up a little bit closer and then just kind of give it a few minutes again, see if he's gonna come back out.
You kind of see like within that little house there that it seems to be much more utilitarian, and you can kind of see through the windows that he's talking to a number of guards who also seem to be there. From a distance, you can't really discern what exactly they're talking about, but it does appear that he is yelling at these guards.
Yeah, with the metal stray cats and kind of like other stuff, I'm not sure I want to turn into like a lizard or a spider. I don't want to be eaten. I also don't think having to hear what he has to say is terribly important, so I guess I'll jump back into the safe house.
So you kind of return back to the safe house, back inside, and then tell people about what's happened. What do you want to do?
Yeah, just relate that I didn't see much. I like go into the house and then about 10 minutes later he walked out, so he must know what's going on with the cultists. Um, he's very upset. I think we might be having guards looking for us soon enough.
Were you able to work out which home was his?
Yeah, so the building closest to the north gate is where he's currently is.
God damn it! All right.
It's also guarded. There's other guards in there.
Actually, is that does that appear to be like a home or just like a guard outpost?
It seemed a little more specific for kind of holding military personnel.
Military is a bit.
Yeah, okay, not military, but that's what. Okay.
Town guard.
Yeah, it's not. It wasn't. It wasn't. It doesn't look like it's the most comfortable house.
Hmm.
So chances are, if they do have your stuff, it might be in there, but they could be other places in the city. It feels like it's probably in another place in the city, not in there, but might be worth a look if we're leaving before we leave. Anyway.
All right, neat. All right. I'll then explain to Callison that we've boarded up most of the windows, and we've got an illusion on this window here, so no one looking in just sees an empty house. I'm hoping that people will see boarded up windows and then inspect the other windows and then see, oh, it's fine. But I think we probably want to. It's going to suck, but I think we wait here during the day and then go out at night and try again. If we have to leave and just abandon my stuff, that's also fine.
Well, we're probably not leaving now because the guards are going to see us. So if we're
Yeah,
going to
it's the middle
leave,
of the
it's
day
gonna,
right now.
yeah,
Well, it's not. It's morning, but getting bright.
yeah. Well, we're not hiding or concealing a party of 7 trying to sneak out. So it feels like our options are kind of limited in that regard. I guess now we'll just keep watching, see if the guard captain leaves, and don't know. I guess yeah, I don't know.
All right. So we're just going to wait and see.
Looks like.
15, maybe 20 minutes later, you, from where you are, you can kind of see the house pretty clearly. You see that 4 guards, as well as Oleg, come out, and the guards are split off into 2 groups and seem to be issued orders. You see that the first group is heading southbound down the road into town, and the second group has started to knock on the doors of the house right next to that guardhouse.
Hmm.
You see someone comes to the door and guards are having an aggressive conversation with them. And then they all go inside. Five minutes later, the guards come out. They go to the next house and they start knocking.
They're going door to door, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Please don't answer the door.
No one seems to be coming to the door of that house. You watch one of the guards start to try and kick in the door. Eventually break that door frame and the 2 enter in.
Did Oleg go down south as well, or
He's gone back into this house.
he's back? Oh fuck.
Which house are they in?
So the let me try and do the needful with this. So they're currently doing. Oh god, that's an awful color to do that with. So they're currently in this house.
Yep.
And Oleg is there.
Okay.
All right, seems like they're going to be aggressively checking the house. The illusion's not going to hold. Is it possible you can cast silence on the door as they?
No, I'm out of level 2 spells. And silence only lasts 10 minutes.
Ah, do we think we can stop them from screaming?
There's actually one thing we can do, and it's a little tricky. We've got some pretty advanced bag over the head techniques with the bag of holding. We
I'm
could just
thinking we'd let them try and break the door in, and as they break the door in, I can just overpower them.
we can try. The problem is if they call for help.
Yeah. Like
You
my
see
plan
them
is that
come out of the house, move on to the next one, rinse and repeat.
I
The,
can
the
like take
alternative is we
potential
can
as
sneak out the back door and rush Oleg. Oh, and now's probably a good time. I'm going to wake up Leon. Does he wake up?
I don't
Yep.
feel like you need
Damn.
to. Yeah.
Why? The guards are going door to door.
Yeah, I
Son
don't
of a
feel like we.
bitch.
Ah.
Very grumpy Leon decides to
Yeah.
shoo you away. What? What are you? Why? Why are you waking me up, you son of a bitch?
Quiet! Guards are going door to door. They'll be here soon.
So?
Fine, go back to sleep. We'll leave
Oh,
you here.
it's too late now, you son of a bitch.
Can I get a warning when they're trying to like cross the road? And
Of course.
I suppose never mind. Actually, I don't need that much of a warning. Sorry.
Does this
What-
house have a back door?
Mm,
Where were we going to go
I would
after
say
we?
that there is a northern door, not necessarily a back door, like
Well,
a side door.
there's a second door.
Yeah, there's a second door.
All right. John, what were you saying?
What are we doing after we leave the back door?
On to the next house they go.
Well, John, I think it's pretty important to work out if there is a second door. I don't want to be stuck in here.
I am putting on my armor and equipment.
It should only take you 5 minutes.
Is that time reduced if he has help?
I don't know. I'm going to say yes.
Oh.
If someone helps him get dressed, he can cut that time in half.
I'll help him.
Maybe
Actually,
he doesn't want help.
what armor are you wearing?
Chain.
Okay, yeah. It actually takes 10 minutes to put on, so that's half to 5 minutes.
Is
I don't know
chain-
why plate and chainmail take the same amount of time, but thank you, 5th edition.
Chainmail heavy.
Yep, chainmail's heavy.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
but
wacky.
not.
It's literally just a shirt. I don't know why they're like this.
I know, right?
Oh well, that's how it do.
It go as well, which is always helpful. The windows would be. Oh God, how do I even describe a window? Fuck. They'd be large enough to be able to get a person through, but two people wouldn't be able to go through side by side.
And another important question: have they invented glass?
Yes.
And do the windows have glass plating?
hmm
Damn.
Although I would say that the southern window probably only has half glass on it, as it's probably been shattered at an earlier point from being in a shitty town.
Real quick, Nick, when do you think glass was invented?
Well, whatever.
Nick, when is Faerun?
Faerun is right now, Scott.
Exactly. Do you think it was before or after 2500 BC? Quick, let's all use human timelines on our fantasy game. That way we can fully immerse ourselves.
I'm just imagining this world with like magic and spellcasting and shit, and then somebody whips out a pane of glass, and people are like, "Whoa, holy shit, what is this?"
Another guy pulls out a wheel.
A dude pulls out a pot. Sorry.
All right. Well, I'm not sorry
Derailed.
for asking. Fuck you all.
That fires a fireball, hits fucking sand in the desert, it turns to glass. Oh my god.
I think the
Hey, Nick,
real spell
I
to
still love you,
do
mate.
that with would be Burning Hands.
Yeah.
I feel like the big explosion probably isn't sustained enough heat on sand to melt it. It would just reach the sand flashpoint instantaneously and fuck it up.
And then press the metal into the sand.
hmm As they come out of this house, there's an older couple here who kind of let them into the house, not wanting to cause trouble.
Emma's, is my armor on yet?
You're getting there.
Ah.
You've got one arm through.
Oh god.
The other arm's taking a little while.
Lowest fucking armor equipment fucking universe.
It's not the like putting on that's hard. It's getting all the straps down so the armor sits on you and you can move freely, and not just have like a shirt that tries to keep moving every time you stop.
Sure.
You stop, but your armor doesn't.
You'd think some asshole would have invented magic straps that just like auto fit.
God. Hey, we should retire from this adventuring shit and go start a fucking shop. We'll sell glass and magic straps.
Belt buckles made of glass.
So I
What
think the
about glass armor?
justification for this is like chainmail isn't just the chainmail shirt. There's also meant to be like the shoulder pads, elbow pads, and like other small other parts on top of it to really fill it out as heavy armor. Because what we're thinking of is a chain shirt, which is medium armor. But why does a chain shirt take 5 minutes to put on? What are you doing here, 5e?
Dude, okay, there's a YouTube video of a dude putting on a full fucking set of plate in less than 10 minutes on YouTube. And just to be clear, the full set of plate includes a chainmail shirt under the set of plate. This is ridiculous.
Are you wearing a chainmail shirt or are you wearing chainmail armor?
Oh, I feel like it's irrelevant.
No, it's not. They're two different sets of armor.
Yeah. One is 13 plus dex mod AC and the other 16 AC. Completely different things.
My point is, that video shows a set of armor substantially more involved than what I'm currently wearing, and he puts it on in 9 minutes and 25 seconds.
Yeah, but he
Anyway.
doesn't live in Faerun.
And that is half plate and that would only take
Ah,
5 minutes to don.
what?
Your chainmail is more involved than this armor.
How is that?
No, he's
How
wearing
is
full
that
plate.
half plate, my dude? Where's the other half go?
The only half he's wearing is on the front. He's put nothing on his back.
Is that true? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it kind of looks true. Okay,
Yeah.
is that?
Yeah. He has armor plating on the front.
He didn't do a spin.
He doesn't have like full length on his legs. He's got a bunch of vulnerable spots. Like,
Ah.
it's not the greatest armor that he's got on there.
All right, fair. He didn't do a spin.
Yep. So I would say that would either classify as breastplate or half plate in 5E.
All right.
As the guards walk across the road, start knocking on the door just south of where you guys are. All of the arguing and bickering, the chainmail armors fully donned and
Perfect.
adjusted.
Can I go look at the guards? What do they look like? How many are there?
The southern window is covered up with, I believe, blankets. So you're pulling back the blankets to go look through the window.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Do you want to just roll stealth for me as you accidentally pull down the a little bit? They're focused on the house to the south and trying to get in. They're unresponsive in the house and they don't notice necessarily that you're there, but you're not being inconspicuous by any degree. And the blanket isn't really holding up, as like one of the two nails that was held in place to keep it there has kind of fallen a bit loose and it's only like half covering the window now.
This is fine. I am unconcerned. What do the guards look like?
They look like the standard guards earlier that had lunch with Garum. And yeah, they've got spears, shields, short bow across their back, light armor, pretty standard issue for anyone who is commonly like positioned on the walls.
How would I estimate their like? What I'm going for here is how clean, well kept is the armor? They're young guards, old guards. Do they look like they're elite guards that know what they're doing with polished belt buckles and the like, or do they look like young kids that have been slapped in whatever armor was lying around?
They don't look like militia. They look to have, semi decent armor, nothing extravagant. Commonly, like nice armor is paid for by the family, not by the city. They are wearing city issued equipment, but the equipment isn't in disrepair. So they're kind of like wearing a chain shirt, a shield. The spear is, in good condition. It's not like ratty and shit. Yeah.
Would my rest have counted as? No, that doesn't matter. Move on. I was going to say as a short rest, but it doesn't matter. I'm already full HP, so I don't get to. I wouldn't. There's nothing I want to expend as a short rest anyway, so it's irrelevant. Sorry. Move on. Cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna just wait by the door until they come up to knock on it.
What's everyone else doing?
If that's the plan, sure, we wait.
I'm going to turn into a spider and go outside.
As he transforms, I whisper under my breath, "Pussy."
Okay. What
I
are you
roll
going
my
to
eight
instruct?
eyes.
What are you going to instruct the two NPCs to do?
Nothing. They're fine.
See them coming up, noticing that the window there has had that little thing. They're going to slowly creep up to kind of look towards the window. Are you guys hiding yourself inside or?
They're
So what-
creeping up to the window to try and look into the house instead of approaching the front door.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I throw open the door.
What? Spider exclaimed.
The guards are like, "Who's there?"
What? Who's there? You're on my property. What are you doing?
We're looking for some stolen property. Now move aside.
What property? I have no stolen property.
Okay, then you've got nothing to hide. One of the guards comes up to you and tries to push you aside.
I'm going to resist his push, and that will be a contested
Yep.
strength roll.
Contested strength.
I hold firm, and I say to him, "Hold on. First tell me what you're looking for before you barge through my house looking for my possessions."
What do you mean your possessions? This house has been abandoned for years.
Yes, I purchased it last week from Fiona.
Yeah?
Look, I haven't fixed it up yet, but it's still mine. You'll at least tell me what you're doing here before you go in.
Fiona has reported something has been stolen from our house last night. We're going round and trying to find the culprit.
Yeah, I work for Fiona as well. I've got wind of this as well. Why do you think I'm dressed up like this? I gesture at my armor and my sword. I'm about to head out and look for them as well.
You don't have a badge of our household.
Oh, I've left it in. You've woken me up quite early, sir. I wasn't quite ready. Don't let me go and tell Fiona about this. We'll walk down there right now and go talk to her if you want.
You kind of see that one of the other guards trying to look in behind you through the door to try and see who else is in there with you, to see if you're hiding something.
I'm not going to overtly try and block his gaze. That's suspicious as fuck. So if he sees, he sees.
I would say, like, how is everyone else going to be positioned? Obviously, we have a spider outside that is being very inconspicuous. Trock, Jackal, Garum. I don't think Ismark and Irina are hiding. I think they're just confused at what is everyone doing here? Why are we doing this?
Well, we weren't expecting the door to be thrown open.
No, they're confused about everything.
I mean, you could probably try and hide in one of the corners initially. Like, you wouldn't be able to be hidden if someone entered the house, but they wouldn't necessarily see you from the front door or that window if you tried. Sure. Garum, Jackal, are you doing anything to hide?
Yeah, I'll make a stealth check to try to hide in some dark corner.
Sure.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll get. If you're trying to hide, let's roll it.
I did not do well on that.
I'm gonna say that given, like, you've got the ability to move in their restricted vision, like,
Oh.
you're going to have advantage. You've got time to set up. Not
Ooh, then
much,
21.
but at least have an opportunity because you know where they are.
I will take it,
You
thank
can
you.
prepare for it. If only a couple of seconds, Jackal.
Come again, sorry. We're doing stealth checks, are we?
If you're
Hiding
trying to
from the-
hide from the
Yeah.
guards.
Sure. Oh dear.
It's with advantage.
Yeah.
I-
Let me
okay.
just.
All right, so is that a 12? What did I need to roll?
That's what I'm just checking above.
Sure.
That's the thing with rolling stealth checks. You don't know what you're up against.
I see. Okay.
Because it depends on the NPC's perception.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we're fine here. Okay. Let's go talk to Fiona then.
Right. Okay, what do the guards do? Are they like turning about face and heading off down the road?
Yep.
Well, okay.
All right, I'll go with them.
Okay.
Cool. Leon's being escorted down. What's everyone else going to do in Leon's absence?
We
Before
that was-
he storms off, is it possible to take the bag of holding back off of him?
You have it already.
Hooray!
I mean, that I would love to hear how the fuck you're going to manage that.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, last session I did agree to hand it back to you manually.
Lovely.
He's walking down the road with 2 guards. This fucking tiefling comes up and
Yes, you guys,
just
Please,
back.
sir, can I have the bag?
if he was
The
out of the house,
tiefling
I
that
wouldn't have
was
tried.
in the stocks the previous day, no less.
Everybody's forgotten what he looks like.
They got that mask on me pretty quick. I don't know that many people actually saw my face.
Hmm.
Well, I guess I was already
Your
wearing a
arms,
mask, so
your legs might have given away from the skin color, right?
yeah, probably. A little bit purple.
Well, Leon goes to talk to Fiona. What is everyone else going to?
Am I able to follow as a spider? I don't know
Yeah,
what your speed is.
I was going to say for whoever's down, can we trail in between buildings and follow them potentially?
I don't know that. Like, I'm not stealthy enough to attempt that in the middle of the day.
Nor am I probably, but you know.
I'm happy to have everyone try if you guys want to make a mistake. I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
I mean, the mistakes are the best part of roleplay, right? So Leon was just saying, if you don't believe me, we can go speak to Fiona. And he is now walking with the guards to go speak to Fiona.
I didn't even have to roll a check for that. They just agreed.
Mhm.
Incredible.
I don't know. Consensus, Shrock. What? Who else is with me? Callison.
That wasn't outside as a spider.
He is. Yeah, I can still speak to him as a spider, though, can
Nah, because I can't actually speak.
You can understand what he says. You can't reply, but you said you were going to follow Leon immediately as a spider.
I? Okay.
Wait, I can talk as a spider?
You can't talk as a spider. You
No.
can understand the languages
Understand.
you speak while a spider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
The
don't
rule-
forget how to listen.
The rule of thumb as a druid is that if it is part of your mental abilities, you can still do it, and if it's part of your physical abilities, you take on the form of the creature.
Yeah.
So your brain still understands the
Yeah, but-
things. You still think as a
Yeah,
spider.
that
You
was
can
what
still.
I was. Yep.
But when you try to do something physically, you need to use the stats of the form you're in.
Got it. Actually, seeing as there's nothing I can help him with. He's being taken by the guards.
Wow,
He's
thanks,
got to
guys.
sell it. Well,
What
I mean,
did you think would happen?
you went with them fucking fast, like.
Nah, it's fine. That's fine. Thanks. Cheers.
Kicks door open, headbutts the guard.
I'm going to.
Now who's throwing the pie?
The difference is that this isn't an unprovoked, completely unnecessary situation that. Anyway,
Yeah, but you're
moving on.
gonna need to explain yourself, and they're not gonna.
That's fine. I have a plan. Move on.
You
Yeah.
fucking staring at me?
I have handled the situation. Move on.
I'm going to shapeshift back into go back in the house, shapeshift back into
Mhm.
normal form, and say, look, now's probably our chance to speak with Oleg and get your stuff back. He seems to be alone in that house.
Speak. Oh.
Yeah, no. I see this idea has not got much traction.
As everyone sits there doing nothing, and
Sorry, what was the idea?
that you guys go speak to Oleg while Leon speaks to Fiona.
Okay, and whatever goes down with Leon just goes down, and we're not.
Well,
We're just
we
gonna
have to kind of
leave, we're just gonna leave him.
well,
Yes,
we
guys.
can't run into town now. Like he's too far gone. So we
Is
could.
he? He's down the road.
If you
Literally
want to
like
go,
Lost
6 meters.
forever.
if you want to go deal with
We
Oleg,
have
sure,
to
let's
move
go do
on.
it.
It's been 6
Sure,
seconds. We
okay.
have to move on.
Alright,
He's gone.
alright.
Get him, guys.
Jordo, you remember when I was memeing about, what are they going to throw at me at the start of this session? And I was putting my money down on they're going to split the party. Always expect the party to get split. All right. So,
Sure. All right, let's go. Let's go with
This is fine. I have a plan.
Alice's idea.
Leon has.
I've had a change of heart.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Leon's ready to roll another character. So, as the
Hang on,
rest of
just
the
quickly, Leon has a plan, but Leon doesn't have the knowledge of what's going on in that house.
Correct. Thank you, everybody.
Nor will we have knowledge of what occurs in that house. So,
Yep.
but it's not our problem.
It's probably the best thing for him. What's that fucking thing in court when you don't know something?
plausible deniability.
Yeah, that's
You
the
know-
one.
Deny, but exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're not going to
Something
perjure yourself.
heavily practiced in Faerun, a proper legal system. Innocent until
Practice
proven
criminal law.
guilty.
Yeah.
No lynching around here, boys.
If you're not
Challenge the Dragon
guilty,
Ball criminal lawyer.
if you're not guilty, your nap won't snap on the way down, and we'll release you.
Yeah.
It's just a signpost on the side of the road. It has been 0 days since our last lynching.
All is well.
All is well.
Actually,
You just see smudges on the board when it was last wiped.
oh god, where the fuck is the note? One sec. So, one of the things you do notice while you're heading down towards like the town proper is that there's a town crier going at it to kind of announce the day's events. And you kind of hear him in like as you kind of get around that Fiona space, kind of off in the distance, the little bell ding 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 ding. Come on, come all to the greatest celebration of the year, the festival of the blazing sun. Attendants and children required. Rain or shine, all will be well.
I like their festivals around here. Before we get to Fiona, I would still like to try some shit on the guards.
Yeah.
So describe the 2 guards so I can pick my target.
Sure. One is probably about 16, 17. Quite fit, but lean. The other's probably a bit rougher in his late 20s, early 30s, also quite well built. They're both wearing near identical gear, although the fit is a little different in the sense that one is slightly taller than the other. So, like the lineup doesn't like they're not identical twins, but they're both carrying the same equipment: shield, spear, a short bow across the chest.
Okay, so as we begin walking away from the house, because I'd like to maximize the amount of time I have before we get to Fiona's house for the maximum amount of bullshittery, I would immediately size up the younger one of the two and say to him, "You there, boy? What's your name?"
My name's Alex.
Right there, Alex. Have you heard from Oleg if he's found the tiefling from yesterday yet?
Nothing.
Right, and has he recovered the half-orc?
The half-orc?
Ah, you haven't heard about that one yet. No worries, that's fine. And have you spoken to Fiona this morning, or did Oleg give you your orders?
Oleg is the one. He's the guard captain. He's the one who's ordered us to be here.
Yes, but I trust that she hasn't said what has been stolen.
No, she has. We're to search for a family portrait.
You can't.
Someone broke into her house last night, stole the portrait of her family from the living room.
Oh my god, that's what this. Oh. So did I notice the portrait as I woke up and?
Oh yes, it's a large portrait. Like it's like a big ornamental piece that is normally hung above their fireplace. You may have actually seen it earlier when you like your interactions with Fiona so far has been inconspicuously carrying a pail of water, looking in through her window, making eye contact, waving, and then running away.
Yeah, no, I know that much. Don't
She
worry.
was in front of that portrait when you did that interaction, so you may or
I
may
see.
not have seen it earlier as well.
So okay, so I woke up and it was there, and I'm like, huh, that's odd. And then oh.
Oops.
All right, that did not go how I was expecting that to go. Well, continuing, I'll mutter under. It was probably that orc, known thief. That one.
What are you talking about? What orc? Is this the half orc you were talking about?
Yes, no good thief. He's been around for the last few days, but that's okay. That's for me to worry about, and you don't need to know.
Sure.
And have you heard from Isaac this morning?
Guy kind of stops for a moment and looks at you. What do you mean, have I heard from Isaac?
Oh, he was the one that gave me the orders about finding the orc.
I thought you said you worked for Fiona.
Yes, I work for both of them. Is there something wrong with that?
I guess not. Francis, why don't you just go fetch Oleg as well? I'll bring this guy to Fiona's house.
Yeah,
And the
that
other
would be
older
best.
guard kind of, okay. Starts walking off.
Yes, it would be best for us all to gather in the one place. There's too many things going on in this town.
Yeah.
As the guy leaves earshot,
Mhm.
I'll hold out my hand and to him and offer to shake it and be like, I'm Leon, you didn't ask, by the way.
Sure. Alex.
Special investigator. I normally live in Kresk, but I've been called on a special favor to come and root out some of the disruptors in this town.
Sure. Can you make a deception check for me?
Perfect. Okay. This 16-year-old guard's seen some shit. He's not letting things get pulled over on him.
Yeah, mate. Come on, let's go.
What's around me now?
So right now you're kind of just walking through town. There's groups of, villagers kind of going about their early morning, hanging up some like washing at the front of their house, general conversations. There's also plenty of kind of people who just kind of seem to be, absent-mindedly going through life like there's nothing there for them and everything about their existence is just a waste of time and they're just counting down the days until they finally die and can be released from this hell. And there's
Oh.
some small animals and like some, yeah, same. You can kind of see that on one of the houses, maybe to your northwest, like a crow kind of cawing at you. When the grimdark fantasy seems happier than real life.
Okay, and we're approximately where we are on the map from Fiona's
Yeah.
house.
Yeah, I'd probably say maybe up here with the other guard, kind of splitting off and heading north while you're doing your introductions with Alex, who's now learning who you are.
Upon seeing the guard coming back, can I tell? Oh, yeah, I'm going to speak to Shock or the orc. Can I get him to play some music? Yeah, play your bagpipes quietly, or horn, or whatever instrument you like.
I can see his mic light up fully. Can anyone hear Adrian right now?
No.
I'm sorry, Adrian. Maybe he's playing too quietly. Okay. Shock has asked what for.
To bait in the lone guard. He'll want to check it out.
Sure. Shock, do you want to, if you want to follow along with the idea of let's bait the guard in, do you want to give me a performance check? He definitely seems to be like an interest peaked. He kind of starts to divert off. Oh, I'm accidentally stretching the token. He's not necessarily coming inside, but he's just kind of keeping his distance from the door and trying to understand why there's sounds coming. Because from his perspective, at the door, there's nothing that should be audible from inside. Doesn't appear to be coming inside though. He has stopped to try and gaze in though.
I feel like actually saying anything is going to give the game away, so I'm staying quiet.
You can kind of see that there's a couple of other townsfolk kind of around the guard now, also trying to
Oh
work
no,
out why there's sounds coming from the house.
not that. Oh yeah, okay, fair enough then.
I mean, to be audible from the road means it's audible from the road,
Yeah.
man.
Okay, then I'll just wave at the orc to try and like down, like the motion
Yep.
for him to try and stop.
Right. The guard after some time just kind of tells people, go about your business, and just kind of walks off. Were you guys still going to try and go have a quick chat with Oleg, or
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I thought so. By quick chat, indiscriminate murder.
do we want to run through the quick chat then?
Sure.
Cool. So are we waiting for the guard to kind of go back into the house with Oleg? Are we trying to catch him while he walks past?
John, this was your radio. How do you want to play it?
Well, was I? Yeah, okay. Now that there's two of them, it's getting out of hand.
That is illegal. Oh, just
Objection.
quickly,
Sorry.
Jordan, you'll be happy to know I have biscuits and I have cheese, and I am mixing them together in my mouth.
Where's the butter?
I was about to ask about the butter.
It's brie. It doesn't need it.
Fair. It's plenty moist.
Later, when we go to Nick's house, he's just got a tub of butter, but you open it up and it's just brie.
My God, that's a really good idea.
Fucking baking a cake, substituting the butter for brie.
Because brie is best served at a temperature when you can ladle it.
My arteries.
Get arteried.
I mean, the other guys seem keen, so sure. I guess we'd leave via the north door and just try and not get seen by as many people as we can, and cross over after the guard has gone inside.
Is it a stealth check?
Are you attempting to be stealthy as you go across the street and go speak to Oleg? Like,
Oh, yeah, because he said we're attempting to not be seen, so
yeah,
And we've
yeah.
just finished playing Shrock's instrument through the megaphone, so we may as well, right?
yep.
Fucking fat dragon.
I'm going to say collectively, I think for the most part, you can get by, you put your hoods up. You're a ragtag group, but no one pays you any, like, strong notice. So, yeah, I think we can safely say that you are able to get across the street. You see that there is a small shack-ish space where Oleg and now this additional guard are.
Before we go in, can I pop on the cultist mask?
Of course.
I do so.
Nice. Just bear with me one sec. So I prep up a map.
Mhm.
Where did I last put tokens? There's sometimes cases in Roll20 where something just kind of is a bit fucky and I don't know what's causing it. Yeah, it's really
Yep.
annoying.
And it happens like twice every session. Whatever it is, Roll20 will make it happen.
Everyone's ready to see a wonderful, beautiful map.
Wow, such fidelity.
Many fidelity. I really like how I've been able to capture that it's, in a sleepy little village along a road, and that there's, some walls and a little gate.
And the existential dread of the white void.
Strim?
Excuse me, sir. May I have a torch?
Strim?
What?
Yep.
I can't see. Thank you.
Thank.
Oh, I see. I see
Oh,
now.
my eyes.
Ow.
I should turn my bedroom light on. Hold on. This is fucked.
Help, I've dropped all my torches.
It's representative of the sun. I put
Oh.
them all on the token layer by mistake.
Please, you can set the map background to not be eye-searing white.
I
You can
could.
also not.
Oh, thank God. My
Is that
retinas were
better for
screaming
you?
in pain.
Looks like a giant earthworm sitting on grass. Oh, that's the wrong color.
It's beautiful. Fuck you all.
Wait, yes. There's the the breeding sac. Who's a sexy worm?
I also can't put them on the lighting layer now that I put them on the token layer, so fuck you all. Oh. How would you guys like to approach this?
I think crossing the street as fast as we can and getting out of the general view.
So let's say you guys have crossed the street and you're up here.
Perfect. Mind if I tuck myself into the corner so I'm not just in the
Yeah.
open? Love. All right. Do we know where the door is for this building? Actually, we've been past this building a lot on the way to that other house on the
Yep.
backside.
You know
Is
there's
there-
a western and a southern entrance, but you haven't been on the back of the house, so you don't know if there's a back door.
So, just checking. The guard that left me, Francis, he's inside that house now.
Yes.
Okay, so enough time would probably have passed that I have reached Fiona's door.
Mhm.
So as we approach the door, aiming to be like a couple of seconds before we reach it so the other guard doesn't have time to knock, I would hit him with one last attempt that may change how the sequence for the other four plays out, and I'd hit him with a, right, I'll talk to her now. Can you, Alex, guard, please go fetch the tiefling's gear out of evidence. I'll need to discuss this with Fiona, and I'll have it on hand when I do. Thank you.
Of course. And he continues to walk with you to the house.
And get it quick if you don't mind.
Of course. Come on.
He's still going.
Yeah, he's still bringing you to this house.
Okay, I will cast command on him, and my command will be now.
Old.
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Spell save is 13.
He fails.
Nice.
Cool. He walks off, and he's going to go grab that.
To try and make him unaware that I've just used subterfuge on him, I will continue to walk up to the door until he's out of eyesight, but attempt to not make it obvious I'm at her door.
How
that-
long do you
Hmm?
like? So you
Like, what I'll attempt to do is walk up to the door, mime or pretend to knock on the door in case he's like looking or anything like that, and then pretend to be waiting at her door for her to answer until he's like gone, and then I'll try to like sneak away.
would you say that that's more than 6 seconds?
Yeah, of course.
Sure. So as command lasts for 6 seconds, and he is aware that he has been under the influence of command, he is returning. He has his weapon drawn and says, "I think you need to go inside."
Sorry, mate. You really should have done what I said, and I'll draw my sword.
Hey, this is a good day. It's been like 10 minutes since you've woken up and you get to smite something.
I'm sorry,
I-
Alex. You really should have done what I said.
I would like to highlight this is next to a street. There are
I know.
people going up and down the street.
I know.
You can kind of hear like some people gasp and some people just casually walk in front of Alex with like a dead look in their eye, like their life isn't worth enough to even bother to consider to not get in between two people in an active fight.
I was really trying to intimidate the 16-year-old guard that probably has no life experience going up against a guy that just used mind powers and is clearly more equipped on him. This guard has fucking nerves of steel.
The fucking double nat 20 on his wisdom, yes. Apparently, this guy has nerves of steel. He is, you know, I would say 30 feet from you in that, like, let's say, pathway in that end of town. Are you, so your intent here is to just kill him and run?
Well, he's forced my hand. I can't go into that building, and he's not going to force me. So yes, I am going to 1v1 me, bro.
I hate combats occurring simultaneously because it's very, very hard to reconcile. Let's see.
Yeah, we probably don't need to swap maps, and if it's a pain for you, we can do this later. The intent of what I side railed for was that I thought I was going to I thought there was a chance I was going to convince him to go to the house, and then he would rock up mid-sequence on theirs. But apparently, this guy has nerves of steel, so he's getting stabbed.
Okay. So we'll resolve that later. I would say even at a sprint, what's going to happen with Oleg and the rest of the party is probably going to be in parallel to whatever happens here.
Yeah, that's okay.
So that's fine. We'll do that in a bit. It should be a bit more, let's say, simple. Because 1v1 me, bro. All right. So we'll go back to the rest of the party. You guys are kind of sneaking up on the guardhouse.
Yeah. So I think we check the back to see if there's a back. See if there's a back door.
Yeah.
Is there a
So-
window on the north side? Doesn't look like there is.
No.
Sure, so we
Mm.
should be
Right,
fine.
10,
Unless there's people
30,
or
so I can
guards
get
on the
to
walls.
there.
If you pull up one closer, you can see the door without being noticed, and you can kind of see that side of the building.
Yep.
For everyone else's benefit, I can.
Ooh.
Let's kind of
You
wave
guys a
them,
little
wave
up.
them closer, yeah.
So
Can't
that
tell
gives
if
you a
it's window.
decent idea of what the building you're interacting with looks like.
And so that's a window in the back.
No, that's a door.
That's a door.
Oh, it is.
And yeah, the three doors of this building seem to be open. There was southern and western windows, but there isn't anything on the north or east side of the building.
Right. Well, do we want to just go in the door and rock
Yep.
'em sock 'em? If you don't mind,
need
can
to
we
ask
send the
questions?
barbarian in first?
I don't mind. Does he mind?
I'm happy to go in first. So okay, I'll move up to the door, just trying to
Cool.
walk in.
I'll get everyone to roll initiative, but I'll give you guys a surprise round to carry out in whatever way you would prefer.
Forget to click your man before you push the button.
Oh god. Oh, shock, you too.
You
How
know,
much of a
something's
surprise round?
happening. Oh, yes.
We may have killed Dean. Remember earlier when we had a white background and he saw the sun? Blind him.
He rolled initiative.
Oh. Oh god, fuck.
Sorry, I
Ish.
muted from my
Yeah.
physical button on my mic. I got a phone call. Sorry. I'm
Oh,
back.
that's okay.
Dean, that is entirely unacceptable.
I know.
I forgive you. This
Alright.
time.
So how do you guys want to carry it out and how do you guys want to send it in?
I mean, I feel like
Uh,
we could have tried civil approach, but no.
Yeah, we still can.
Okay.
It won't work, but we
I
can
mean,
try.
we're we're
I
a fairly
heard you wanted
odd-looking
to-
bunch, aren't we?
Yeah. I heard bum rush them, so you guys could take the whole
Yeah.
surprise round of combat on them. If you want to take a more civil approach, you can, but if you're unsuccessful, you won't get the surprise.
Uh,
Can we? Yeah. Can we? What's the whole thing with like killing people but not killing people? Can we like revive the guard afterwards?
You can choose to not kill somebody if you reduce their HP to 0. I
So
don't think it
after
works
we,
with
like-
spells, though. That's only
Oh,
for
okay.
melee attacks.
So we have the option of like reviving Oleg and like asking him questions after.
Yeah,
Potentially.
Unless you
melee attacks
overkill
can
him.
be non-lethal,
Okay.
but that's you still knock them to 0. They still go unconscious, but they don't
Yep.
start bleeding out and dying. But if they don't get medical attention, they also just not good times. Not great classic hits. Definitely not gold 104.
All right. Well, if we're going, are we storming them or are we talking?
Yeah. No, I mean we're never going to be friends with this guy, so you might as well like combat.
All right.
and
Well,
then try and-
I'll step in the door because I'm up first. Bloop. Who is that? What is that I see there?
That is a guard. He looks to be, early 20s, mid 20s. At the time you kind of jump in there, he had his shield down and was just polishing his spear.
Mhm.
Mm.
All right. Well, I'll tell him. Hello, we're here for Oleg, and then I'm going to magic missile him. 10 force damage.
Others in the building hear
on.
that. I don't know that he had time to comprehend what you said.
Perfect. Jackal.
what's up? On me now. I'm
It's
next.
your turn. Step into the building. Everything is fine.
I didn't clear my fucking initiative thing from the last combat. That's why I looked all fucky. It's like, why is there skeletons in this fight? There shouldn't be skeletons in this fight.
What level do
1 can
barbarians get their extra movement? Is that it? Do you have that yet,
Okay.
Dina?
Say again.
Do you have your extra movement from being a barbarian yet?
I'm not too sure.
All right.
That's 5th level.
Ah, damn. All right.
Oh no.
Um, so that's a wall. So I'd say you'd be posted up. Let's try and see. 5, 10.
There is a handy icon of door.
You could get here.
Just this token disappearing into a fucking dark house, and oh no.
You don't want
Dash
to.
no clip. Okay.
What is happening?
Jack of
If you
turns
want
around
to
and-
like run in and go for the slaps, you could just get someone. Otherwise, it's
Yeah, do it.
How
I've
many
already
guards
done
are in
30
this fucking town?
feet of movement from where I was, though.
I would say if you guys are actually trying to prepare to go in and bum rush them, you probably weren't standing 20 feet from the door at the time of everyone go.
Okay.
Which is why I'm saying if you want to get to about here,
I can see his shoulder.
you can see it not be there anymore if you can land a decent hit.
All right.
I would suggest now's a good time to activate Rage.
Yeah. I'll rage and reckless attack on this one.
Oh, yeah.
Give that one a reckon.
So 11 isn't going to hit. Trying to
Oh.
overcome an armor class of 12.
Oh,
As this
dear.
guy is, for a moment, taken aback that someone's come charging in out of nowhere and is just kind of like quickly turned and tried to deflect your scimitar with his shield.
Oh dear.
Are you also frenzying?
I didn't frenzy that one, no.
Oh.
I think it's a little bit too late now, isn't it? I'm gonna
Mhm.
maybe jump back a square in my turn.
Jumping back would provoke opportunity of attack.
I mean, I've already engaged anyway. I know that, but I'm moving back.
Okay.
I can still do that, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just going to provoke that opportunity of attack. So he'll try and catch you with his, I guess it's called a pike, not a spear. But
No, I walked 5 feet backwards. He's gonna forget that I just swung my sword at him.
he is not.
Damn it.
the Bard's Song of Inspiration thing. That's an actual song being played, isn't it? Oh, he has to play his.
It's a noise.
Yeah, but how loud does it have to be?
I guess it depends on the instrument, but I would say that it's an audible volume, like reasonably, like in a quiet environment, you're going to hear it further than a loud environment. If you're in a cave, it's going to echo. What
You
would
can't,
just-
you can't cheese it before combat and go, I'm going to blow my horn and go in.
Your guard just having
it's just
breakfast.
a bonus action to give inspiration, isn't it? It can still blow his horn
Yeah.
and do other shit.
Or kicks in.
But I mean,
the
like
singing
before
Smash
combat.
Mouth.
Yeah. So he can't.
Hey now, you're an all-star and you're dead now. Hey, yeah.
But it's all in C.
So couldn't he do the Mantle of Inspiration before combat?
I think Mantle of Inspiration would be audible to.
Oh, it's
like,
Weaver's song. Okay.
Yeah. So, like earlier when he heard the bagpipes playing, he'd probably be a little like, should we go check that out? Kind of losing that surprise.
Yep.
The difference between a pike and a spear, a pike is pretty much twice as long as a spear. They're fucking huge.
Do they have disadvantage at 5 feet?
No, but they can reach up to 10.
Huh.
Yeah, I would say he's behind half cover, but you can definitely take the shot. So instead of overcoming a 12, you're trying to overcome a 14. Yep. That's yep. So you hit him square in the chest. He kind of takes a step back, like that tickled. That hurt. He is not born to take arrows. He is not a pinata. A training dummy. He's not a training dummy.
Not with that attitude.
And then Kellison.
All right. What thing? What the fuck is the thing above me?
Garum.
Oh, is it?
Would you like to attack?
No.
Not this time.
We save that for later.
Okay. Then I'm going to cast Entangle on that square.
Sure.
And I find it.
Let's see.
Oof.
Olaf passes. The guard also passes.
Because surprise round.
Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. Round 1. Fight.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that Olaf? Oleg, whatever his name is?
No, that just appears to be a guard that.
Oh, a guard, you say?
Yeah. Uh,
Can he
you
give
got
me
a bit of a look earlier. It appears to be the guard that was with Leon earlier.
Oh, I see. Can he give me a some sort of save?
Wisdom, charisma, strength, dex, con,
1 second
int,
reading thing.
initiative.
Yeah, can he give me an initiative save, please?
Yep. 7.
Perfect. He fails. He now can't act ever again. And can he give me a deck save, please?
8 dex saves. Or
All right.
our
He
dex
takes
save.
our deck save. He takes,
Our dex save.
ironically, 8 radiant damage.
He takes some of it before.
You sure ate that?
Yeah. He's not going to bed hungry. He's not going to bed at all.
Oh, sad.
Sad. No, these people don't deserve your emotions. And then I will move up a little bit with my last movement.
Mhm.
Actually, never mind. I'm out of movement. I'm done.
Perfect. 10, 20, 30. God. Fucking. He's going to take an attack at Jackal.
Go back.
Little poke pike.
Ooh.
Oh, little.
Mhm.
Oh,
17 to hit for 8 piercing, reduced to
Yep.
4 because you're raging.
Yes, that hits.
Cool. That would be 4 piercing damage. You're up.
I'm gonna move up and smack this guy.
Bonk.
I can't.
You
So
can't.
with my reckless attack, I am guaranteed advantage, so I get the 22 on this roll.
Yes. You get the
Okay,
22
cool.
on the roll.
That's
Yep.
that's the only thing reckless attack does. It
Yep,
gives you
and-
advantage.
Okay, cool. I'd like to frenzy attack again, but does that hit?
Yes, the 22 does hit. He takes the hit. He looks pretty beat up just after that first hit. He's like a guard, but like he's a town guard. He's not anyone elite.
And he never will be.
Uh, 13 also hits. I
Oh.
think. Let me just confirm. No, fuck. 16 was the AC. Why did I think it was 12?
Oh.
What the fuck is wrong with
Okay.
me? So no, the 13 doesn't hit.
I see. Okay. End turn.
Okay.
The earlier pleb was 12, so yeah.
Yeah, I think I made a mistake.
You made a mistake.
Yes, I'm sorry to let you guys know I am not infallible. Invaluable?
Same.
Ineffable?
Infallible.
Infallible. There we go.
Ineffable. Just imagine Thanos saying the wrong word. I am ineffable. Snap.
Shrug?
I don't even know what ineffable means.
Do you not know what it means, or can you not explain it?
Ineffability is concerned with ideas that cannot or should not be expressed in spoken words. Often being in the form of a taboo or incomprehensible term.
Unfortunately, a 7's not going to hit.
That's amazing.
I don't think I knew that.
So as this guy has a pike, getting within 10 feet and then walking away does provoke. Yep.
Mercy of the DM.
Callison?
Move up. Would closing the door be a whole action or a bonus action?
Interaction.
It's an interaction, yeah. It's a whole other class. You can close the door and I won't count it against anything else you're doing.
Okay.
I open and close the door so many times in succession that it causes a nuclear explosion as the heat flashpoint of.
I have built up a cult of kobolds who worship me as a god. I line them up in a line. Hand the first one a rock. Put them in an initiative order so that they can pass the rock to each other on their turn. After
a Gauss cannon.
Exactly.
Sorry, I need to stop derailing.
Rail guns are an entirely different concept.
Okay. So
All I wanted to do was open a door, man.
I want to close the door so no one can see what's happening inside the fucking guard shack.
Approaching a door. Uh-oh.
The door is closed. You did.
All right. Good.
Let's not dwell on the door.
I think is that Oleg at the on the right wall.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to see him or not. The shadows are kind of pretty funky.
You would be able to see him in a sort of 3/4 cover state.
You see what you can see. If you can see
Well-
it, you can see it.
You might see some other like multicolored shade lines. Those are coming in from what you could see when you were out the window. From when you could see from the outside in. Like a crisscross, yeah?
I mean, yeah, it's not a clear kind of.
Oh.
It's not a clear line of sight here.
I think that's dark vision happening. Or lack of dark vision.
Oh, right. Fuck. What is it? Control L, Shift L, Control L.
That's fine. That's fine.
Oh,
It's-
yeah. You can see him. You obviously don't have dark vision?
No.
Do Dragon Balls not get dark vision? That sucks.
No.
Oh, get fucking cummed on.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's lights coming in from outside that is illuminating the space. So
That ejaculated quickly.
Thank you.
you're welcome. I can see so many different things, and I don't know what's getting fucky sometimes. I've made it less fucky for you.
I just posted that as the same as like to show that it's not as clear as like I can't like can I see him or can I not see him? But yes, I'll just try and cast frostbite on him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Of course you may.
Thank you. Although
And
as a
he
constitution
can-
saver, it's probably not the best idea. But anyway.
He rolled a
Oh.
1.
Oh.
So he is bitten by the frost. And that is a disadvantage. And yeah, nice. Yep.
Cool.
That's your turn?
Yep.
10, 20, 30. Dash.
Ooh.
End turn. Garum.
Right, so I am going to attempt to give him my biggest of bonks. Sacred Flame.
Don't kill him.
Deck save.
Wait, hang on. Why did that Sacred Flame? No, well, not Sacred Flame. Guiding Bolt. Why did those
What-
swap?
Why? Nick?
Why did those swap?
Why?
Wind.
Lion.
Wind.
Sorry, can I fix that? I literally pushed the wrong button.
Yes.
want
Yes. If
guiding
you
bolt.
push the wrong button, I understand. We'll retcon and try again.
Right, so 22 to hit
Yes. 22
12.
hits.
For 12 radiant damage.
Yep. And he takes a 12 radiant damage.
Lovely. And then I will step back.
Mhm.
And that's my turn done.
Okay. This guard, when you move away, is going to get an opportunity of attack on you. Because you are standing within 10 feet of his fuck you stick.
Yep, sure.
I was like, who is he going to target? He'd want to target Garum, but he's not opportune. Doesn't matter.
You miss.
He's going to then keep trying to fight with Jackal as his in front.
Oh, the mask. Fuck.
17 to hit.
Oh, fucking hell. Yep.
Yep. So that's 10 reduced to 5.
You need one for the guiding bolt earlier as well, so it's
Yeah, I do.
2d4.
There we go. So I take 4 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've cast 2 spells. So I've taken 2 1d4s.
And you cast the illusion earlier.
And you cast Sacred Flame.
No, he didn't. That was a retcon.
Mm.
But
He
did
made a
cast-
mistake,
no, but-
and
Back then, before Jackal had to just attack.
he came in, he cast
retconned
magic
it.
missile.
Yeah. And then after the strength,
It's
initiative, dexterity checks, he even cast Sacred Flame on something. And
Oh,
then
yeah,
Jackal
there
had a
was
couple of
the-
attacks. And then
no,
he.
you're right. There is a roll in there.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that. My mistake.
Me
You
either.
sacred
Okay.
flamed one of the guards. Congrats. John is making sure that you take maximum damage.
He also cast minor illusion before. Does that count?
I've already done that one.
Ah, okay.
You said you were doing it every minute. Are you dead?
Every minute. It lasts an hour. It doesn't last an hour. It lasts a minute.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
I thought it lasted an hour. Why?
How many minutes did he have it up?
Oh
Oh
god.
no.
Oh, fuck it.
At least one.
Can do 4. All right. I
He was
spontaneously
never in this fight. He's just dead with a tentacle down his throat. Oh.
All right.
Huh.
Let's not roll the damage for that, okay? I think you would have picked up on the first time you had a tentacle down your throat.
This isn't worth the fucking two-way window.
God damn this fucking mask.
I love that you tried to give it to me, and I was like, no, thank you.
I guess we're not going all the way back to the fucking house and
No. He didn't take any damage from that, and it's fine. We can keep playing the game.
oh thank god.
Yay. I like playing games with friends.
I just retroactively explode.
It's not actually Garum. It's Garim, the new host of Garam's body.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay.
So it looks like you hit.
Yes, I did. We've
Jackal.
done that. Jackal, you're up.
Alrighty. Take another swing at the boy below me.
Mhm.
Reckless attack and then frenzy for a second one.
Yep. Yep, an 18 hits, and that's 7 points of damage. So on that first attack, you knock him out. It's on the ground, bleeding out. Unfortunately, you needed a 17 or higher to break through.
Oof.
Okay.
Oof.
It's gonna be hard to knock him out.
Can I reposition?
Sure.
I can't wait to find out what level Oleg is.
He's
Yeah.
an NPC.
I'll end my turn.
Does he have 100 HP? Is that where you're getting at?
He might.
Shrock.
NPCs don't really have levels as we traditionally do.
I can't wait until we find out what level his special abilities are. That if he was a player, what level he would have to. I can't wait to find out what CR Oleg is.
He says, buying Curse of Strahd just to look at the back
Yeah,
page.
I've learnt not to Google it.
I don't know what. Fuck. What's that on? Yep, cool. His armor is burning. What do I need to? Is there a contested throw, or is he just taking damage now? Creature is holding and wearing the object. The creature must succeed on a constitution. Okay, yep. Takes the 10.
Con save is just to make sure you don't drop the item. Jesus.
Yeah. And there's no point making the con save because he
It's
doesn't
armor.
have 5 minutes to drop his heavy armor.
Fucking hell. That's just a death
OP.
sentence.
2d8 every round.
Yep, and disadvantage on attack rolls.
6 rounds.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's going to retaliate in a second if he gets to make it.
Yeah, that's a.
He's a little pissed. He's seen the fucking tiefling that was meant to be in stocks earlier. And just a full orc, a half orc, and a dragonborn with him.
They're not
Have
wearing
snuck
a
into
His
the
whole
costume.
town.
squad just fucking.
Yeah. So, Callison, how would you like to proceed?
I guess he's already got disadvantage, so yeah, I'm just gonna try and smack him one, I guess. Nope.
That's a no on the spear.
All right then.
Have you got Shillelagh?
What?
It's a
It's a-
cantrip.
No.
Alright.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Olaf's looking around the targets. He's going to start things off with the Cunt who's concentrating on make his armor red, and is instead going to attempt to make that person red. So he's going to grab his longsword, take a swing at you.
Oh, nice.
A 9 misses though because of disadvantage. I'm assuming. Yep.
Oof.
Second attack.
Off.
9 again
Oh.
misses. He drops his action surge. He makes another attack. Does a 13 hit? All right. And then the last attack from his action surge also misses.
Jesus Christ. So he's a level 5 fighter. Gotcha.
All right. Garam?
I'm gonna toll the dead, and
Mhm.
before I do that, there you go, John.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Keep the
Ah.
bastards honest.
DC 13 Wisdom save.
Ah,
Mhm.
fuck, I left my water bottle. Be right back.
That's a 9. He has disadvantage from the heat metal.
Does that disadvantage apply to saves as well?
Does it not? Ability checks. I guess not.
No, saves are separate from
Yeah,
ability
yeah,
checks.
you're right. So yeah,
So-
he passes.
All right,
Yeah.
that's me done.
Then it's on Jackal.
Yeah, Regan. Carbon copy of my last turn, I think. I'm going to
Mhm.
smack him.
See it?
Ooh, 20 to hit.
7 damage, surely.
Yeah, yeah. That definitely hits. Starting to look a bit beat up.
I'll give him another one then. Fuck the
Yeah.
cunt.
Oh.
Yep. It's another 10. Now he's starting to look hurt.
Brilliant. Fuck him. End my turn.
Perfect. Shrock. Yep. Drop your bonus action to re-up the damage. Roll your 2d8. Or he's looking like he's on his last legs.
A lot of nuts.
His O-legs?
Unfortunately, a 14 does not hit. Yep. Correct. Slowly examining the additions to the dice roll to make sure it's the optimal play. Okay.
No,
Callison?
Suboptimal.
Whatever.
14's not going to hit. He's going to take another swing at you. Shrock. Fucking fighting for his life. Absolute trash rolls constantly. Garam.
I feel like you're saving all your good rolls for the guard. I'm gonna 1v1, and this fucking 16-year-old fucking guard first day on the job is gonna fucking win a 1v1.
Believe it or not, mimic.
Can he give me a wisdom save, please?
Of course.
Yes, he can. All right, that's me done.
All right. Jackal, are you going to butcher him?
We're
You
still
know I'm mute
punching him,
again?
are we?
Mhm.
Yeah, sorry. Reckless frenzy.
Oh, yeah. 23 hits, 11's enough to do it.
11 damage. Yeah. Okay.
He's dead. He's out.
Sag.
Big Sage.
All right. Fair. So, are you guys going to like loot
Try.
the bodies and try and find Garam's possessions?
Well, I certainly am going to look for that.
Okay.
I wouldn't think he would have it on him. Can I look in this back room?
Yeah, go for it.
In what is apparently the cum chamber? Oh, I found my cum bag.
Yes, I'm in it.
Here you are.
Yes, you are able to find his possessions along that your possessions along that wall, alongside just some pikes, spears, short bows that are just kind of loosely held up against the walls in this chamber. It seems to just be kind of like a common gathering area.
All right. Awesome. Well, I'll take my stuff. I'll put the blood wolf vial back around my neck where it belongs. And I guess I'm going to put my clothes back on.
Yeah, can I bind what's his face? Oleg, bind his like arms and feet and try and res him. Well, not res him, but stop him from.
Stabilize him?
Stabilize him.
Yep, that's the one.
Sure. Give me a DCT medicine check.
Not sure.
Cool.
Sure.
Yep. You're able to kind of. He's probably going to lose his arm still, but he's probably not going to lose his life. The scimitar took a fair chunk of the muscles and was able to increase the number of muscles he has, but degrade the quality of them.
Oh no.
You're able to stop the bleeding that would otherwise kill him. He is still unconscious. And if he doesn't get medical attention within the next 24 hours, maybe 12 hours, maybe week, he will be no longer with us.
Heal him. Has to be off 0 HP.
Yeah. So he's stable at the moment. So any healing would be applicable. He didn't die in Callison's arms. Yeah, you could just shove a potion down his throat. You could use a single point of lay on hands from the you could
We'll get
use
there.
other methods. Players. Yeah. All right. While we do that, shall we resolve the situation between
Yes.
no, Alex, fucking Francis and Gorgo.
Yeah. No, it's Alex. Francis is the one that walked off to the guardhouse. Alex is the younger one.
Francis is dead now.
I don't know that.
In your heart, you do. You knew the second he walked north.
Oh no, he's heading towards the murder hobos.
I'd better do nothing about that. Goodbye, friend.
He made his choice.
Oh,
Actually, at
God.
this point, I'm not really sure. I wouldn't expect you guys to be full fucking murdering. I don't know you've fucking broken into their house. Well, I can probably infer, but I don't know you've murdered a whole bunch of people yet.
Ah. Fucking cunt. You did that too quickly. I haven't had a chance to clear everyone else off the board yet.
I'll just add 14 back.
Yeah.
Hooray, the Jordo cord is being used.
I feel like this is going to be a rather quick combat.
Yes. It may or may not be.
Hey, RNG. Yeah.
Perfect. You're up first.
Worth pointing out, I still have my exhaustion level because old cuntface here didn't let me sleep, right?
Wow.
So that retroactively affects my. No, actually, I don't think I succeeded on the only ability check. It would have. The contested strength roll from earlier may have failed.
Yep. Probably did, but
Sorry, I should keep better
we're
track
here
of
now.
that. Yeah, I rolled a. It would have been a 9, not a 17. So I think I would have failed at that contested strength roll. So I should pay better attention to that. My bad.
How many exhaustions are you at?
1.
Right.
Which I was trying to purge, but anyway, moving on. My turn.
Yeah. Don't forget you can eat one of the pastries if you want to just quickly purge an
Mhm.
exhaustion level.
I mean, I can do many things. So yeah, so as we left off, I was saying to him, "You really should have done what I said, Alex." And then I will approach him,
Mhm.
drawing my sword as I do so. Yep, he's in range. And I will reverse the grip into a Mordhau grip and try to club him over the head for non-lethal damage with it.
Go for it.
I feel like the combat might be over.
Almost knocking him out in one blow. He seems a bit shocked at that, but he's still standing. He's a bit dazed, but otherwise, you're dropping the smite.
I don't think that smite can be non-lethal
Correct.
because it's magical damage. So I'm not going to smite him to oblivion. I will take another round to try and render him unconscious, not dead.
Yep. So that's your turn.
Yep.
He pulls out a whistle and blows as hard as he can.
Okay.
That's his turn.
And I will follow. I'll shake my head and follow up with another schmack. Good night, buddy.
Yep. He has good nighted. As the whistling stops echoing. But for those who have just retrieved Garam's cum, you can hear that whistle. It's a loud, audible whistle echoing through town.
Now he had. It was mentioned before that they have some sort of badge.
Yes, he has a badge on him, which has a emblem that. I'm trying to remember what the emblem is off the top of my head.
Where I'm going with that is, can I take it?
Yeah, you can definitely grab the badge off of him. It kind of resembles a almost like a shrunk down Cosy Dragon or something. Like a little, like it's kind of got a dragon-esque body, but it's kind of got a more like goblin-y face to it.
I will also take the whistle, which I assume is now in his limp hand,
Pretty much, yeah.
and um, uh, can I? So how would I go? How would I go about making my own armor appear as though I'm of the guard? Like, can I just attach the badge and make it look semi like intentional as though I am of the guard, or
No. So
too different?
the big problem is all of the guards have like that same chain shirt armor where it's just leather and a chain shirt over it, and then another leather vest on top of it. So like your armor is completely wrong for it. This emblem is something that is kind of just put on top of the armor.
Okay.
So you won't look like a guard, but you will have an emblem that you can just attach to your leather vest as the people kind of around you kind of start scattering and going back to their homes
Okay. Um.
as you loot the lifeless body of one of their guards.
Hey, he's not lifeless. He's just unconscious. Do I need to do a medicine check to make sure he is unconscious? Because I use non-lethal damage.
It's non-lethal. I don't think that the peasants of this village have a strong medical background and really are going to walk up and examine to see if he's breathing or not when you just fucking smacked him like that.
He's got 24 hours. Um. I thought there was one more thing I was planning to.
There you go.
Before, can I look around? Is who like deliberately looking around? He blew the whistle. Is anyone reacting to it as in coming towards me, as opposed to the people who are scattering?
Um, so the people who were observing what you're doing, and watching the fight are now scattering. You do hear a door slam open from the household behind you, and you can kind of see a large burly man step out who is trying to assess what's going on.
What kind of burly man? Like a guard or just a
No,
homeowner?
he seems to be. You wouldn't have met him before. The rest of the party have, but he's wearing, let's say, more fine, like noble attire. Like he is more royalty, but he's standing like 6'2", tall, built like a
Okay.
shit brick house.
Delightful.
Coming out of Fiona's house.
Is he in armor and has weapons?
He appears to be wearing a breastplate. And does appear to have a weapon, yes. He hasn't drawn it yet, as he's just come outside to see what's what.
And how close is he? He'd be, what, 25?
60 feet.
Okay.
Like he's back at the house. You guys are fighting on the road. So if you want me to physically put people down, let me.
Okay, I'm not going to go into combat with. Wow, I'm not going to deliberately go into combat with him. I pull out my sword, run at him. No.
I mean, I didn't know you weren't going to do that.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just weighing up.
Too many layers, my dude. Too many layers.
Yeah, okay.
What would you like to do there, Leon?
Talking out loud here, I think this is just my chance to leg it. I'm not sure there's anything more to be accomplished here. One second, just need to think through the choices.
I'll go take a piss while you think through your decisions.
Okay.
Think about what you've done.
Hey, I didn't kill anybody. He had his chance. He could have just kept walking. What do the rest of you think? Do I just leg it? No? You know?
I think Nick and what's his face? Dean? Yep. I'll be right back.
Oh, rip.
Yeah, I mean, he blew the whistle, so like it's probably not going to be just.
But the whistle doesn't
Early
convey
man.
what happened. I have the whistle and the guard
Sure.
patch now, so I can simply say I found this man unconscious, and I can.
You could, but I mean, other cards members are going to be like, "Hey, I remember Jimmy. What happened to Jimmy? Who are you?" And I
Yeah,
feel
no,
like
I know.
Early Man is also going to be more astute of the situation.
Yeah, but they'll shut up if they know it's good for them. I'm just trying to think if literally anything can be gained by sticking around at this point, and I don't necessarily think there is.
Like in time enough, you're going to be finding yourself with multiple foes and being forced to fight them.
Not necessarily forced to fight them.
I mean, sure.
I haven't fucking killed anybody.
Hey, is that one of the brothers?
Yeah, I think so. He came out of the house. Yeah, I don't know what you saw or heard. I beat the shit out of the guard. The guard got a whistle off.
Oh
And
no.
then this guy's thrown open the door, but he didn't see me do anything. So there is room for me to be like, I found this guy unconscious and so on and so forth. But I don't know that there's anything to be gained by doing that.
Until
So
they ask the villagers.
yeah, but they'll keep their mouth
Until
shut.
literally no one recognizes your face.
It's
I
fine.
mean,
It's not about whether or not that'll succeed. It's about whether or not there's anything to be gained by doing it.
well, there's whether or not it's going to succeed. Because,
No,
like,
it isn't.
yes, it is. Like, you can
No,
gain
there's plenty to
fucking
be gained.
5,000 gold, right? But it's not going to make any difference if you're never going to get away with it.
Yeah, it does. Point is, I don't think there's anything to be gained. Like, what am I? I mean, I could turn the rest of the party in. That'd be great. But no, I don't think there's anything.
I trade my life
be
for the
gained
rest
here.
of the plebs. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna lock in C. Book it, Eddie.
You're going to book it?
I'm gonna book it. Dash action. Sprint back up the road.
Well,
There's no point in subterfuge here.
Because it's been going so well.
Went reasonably well.
as Leon's booking it up to the town, leaving the apparently lifeless body of a what do you guys want to do who have just cleared out the guardhouse?
So you posted some money earlier that Oleg had on him?
So that was between Oleg and the 3 guards in that room.
Oh, sure.
You can also take a heavy crossbow, longsword, 3 pikes, 3 shields, any of that of interest. Yeah, you can take it. I don't know if you're proficient in a heavy crossbow.
I've recorded the cash down.
Look at Lockie go.
Oh, is he getting back on the? Oh, he is.
What?
Lachlan has started playing video games for the first time in, I think, 6 months, and he's
Oh.
picked the game that Jordo and John were just talking about being like a really poor experience after a couple of hours. So he's about to have the fun of spending a couple of hours playing a game that just has no back end.
Sounds perfect for him.
Exactly.
It's a perfect excuse to never play video games ever again.
What game?
Farthest
Oh.
Frontier.
There we are. Yeah, so Shock, you can take it, but you're not proficient in heavy crossbows.
So can I get one of you to heal him?
Oh, I certainly can't. Why do we want to heal him?
I need to ask him about the cult. What's the purpose of it?
We could pour a potion down his throat.
God, I don't really want to waste a potion on it.
Shock's happy to waste a spell slot. Did you have him restrained?
Yeah, we bound his arms and legs or feet. Sorry.
And we should probably gag him to start with so he doesn't just like call for help. Then we are just in the guard post, so guards might just wander in.
How many guards are in this town?
Well, it's a pretty big town. Like, what's the population here? Like 2,000?
Fucking 10% of them are guards. Sorry. Anyway,
You've
maybe you're right. It's
killed. You've killed 3 guards, incapacitated 1 guard. You know that there's 2 more earlier that was sent off into the middle of town. You know that those would be separate from any of the guards guarding the gates or the walls, and be separate from any guards that would already be on patrol. And you did hear a guard whistle echo through the town.
And we don't know if guards are sent out of the town to patrol the roads.
awful lot of guards.
It's definitely 3 less now.
Yeah.
Given the area we're in, you'd kind of want there to be a lot of guards because, like, 1 pack of wolves, and like the town is no longer stable.
That's why they've got the big higher walls, because the walls are about 10 foot high. There's no gaps in the walls from everything that you saw when you're going around the perimeter. I guess, Garam, you have no idea about this. And, you know, the gates are like dragging on the ground. They prevent anything from sneaking under as well. So they've tried to keep this town on lock.
Almost like there's some kind of air trying to get in and it's sealed tight.
All will be well.
Yeah, so can we wake him?
Yes. He as he kind of comes back
How's
to
he go again?
life, completely bound.
Yeah, I missed that.
Thank you.
I don't know why you wanted me to do that twice. I don't think that would have been pleasant for anyone else.
No,
Has
your
that
mic actually
stopped anyone
sorted
in
it out.
this fucking chat before?
Your
My
mic
mic
sorted
did
it out. The
something?
volume cut it.
Oh, that would have been Discord. I can fix that.
If you wouldn't mind. Perfect. DM's away. Everyone level up. He can't stop you now.
I'm not away.
No, that
I'm
was
still
Nick.
here.
It was Nick
Did
that
I-
left.
Nick.
Did I miss it?
No. Was that better?
Thank
Yes.
you.
No.
I can double down on it.
I'm waiting for you to get lightheaded from too much oxygen. Just kind of like slam your head on the desk.
Scott, can you do that 12 more times?
In quick
Better?
succession. And why don't we get anything done?
We all good now? Oh no. Did I hit something so hard that all my audio equipment broke? Fucking hell, I did. Oh, one
Huh?
sec.
Oh, he can't hear us anymore.
Yeah, legit. I hit my table so hard that my audio interface disconnected from my computer somehow. I don't understand how that happened. It shouldn't work that way.
Oh no.
That's disconcerting. Anyway, I'm back. How are we?
Yeah, right. Who's doing what?
I'm
about
feeling a bit
back from what?
lightheaded.
How many minutes do they get to loot and fuck around in there before I run up the road?
So well looting is probably when you hear the whistle blow.
Yeah, and then
And
they've revived us old mate, so
Yep.
there's a
So
timer.
there is a timer.
Whereas
Let's see.
Just to be clear, I'm running back to the house. I obviously don't know they're in the guardhouse.
Yep. It
So I'm
takes
running
you
back to the
90
safe house.
seconds to get to the house at full sprint.
All right, they have 90 seconds of things to do.
All right. Well, let's settle in for a long chat.
yeah, how's it going? I like
Garen pulls out his
tell us
own
your life
whistle.
story.
Oh my god. Let's kill him again and I'll raise him from the dead. All right.
75.
So okay, I kind of slap him, get his attention. What's
Yep.
what's
He's struggling as hard as he can with his restraints. He's trying to push himself free.
All right. Well, I'll take a dagger and I'll just like poke it up against his shoulder and just tell him, you need to stop that.
He tries screaming at you through a muffled rope in his mouth.
I'm going to push the dagger so it's now inside him.
He is going to scream in pain and take 1 point of damage.
Now, are we going to stop screaming?
Roll intimidation for me.
Okie dokie. 16.
How many hit points did you restore on him?
4.
Okay, great.
You can do this 3 more times.
Just checking that you didn't
Before
give
another
more-
spell slot needs to be exhausted. He just kind of nods his head.
Excellent. Now, this mask that I'm wearing, because I'm still wearing the cult mask, do you recognize it?
He nods.
And do you know what the cultists do?
He shakes his head.
Who does know?
He stares at you angrily.
Is it Fiona?
He stares at you angrily.
Can I do an insight check? I want to see if he's not answering because he's scared of Fiona. 11.
He's upset with the situation. He's upset being asked questions with a rope in his mouth. And outside of that, he seems to be being genuine. He seems to be more afraid of the knife that just went in and out of him and the fact that he died and was revived. Not
Well,
that he actually died, but he doesn't know what the difference between being unconscious for a minute and being revived is.
true. I'll turn to the others and I'll say, look, we are not
resting
in a
Nick.
good place to...
Or have I broken my interface again? Can someone else that isn't Nick talk?
Hi.
Hello.
Fuck! Oh.
Huh.
Damn it, my push to talk fucking backed out of the game somehow.
Do you ever actually use that button to go back in a browser?
Not deliberately.
Unbind it.
You make a good point.
What have you got? The razor?
Yeah, Razor Naga. Trinity. Razor Trinity.
Yeah, you can unbind that.
Can you unbind it in Chrome as an action? Because I
No,
don't
no,
want to
it's
unbind the button because I use the button. Like, it's mouse 4 or... Yeah, I think it's like mouse 4 or something.
that's where mice get weird. Like, is mouse 4 its own independent button, or is it the back button that you're binding to other actions?
It's mouse 4 and Chrome listens to mouse 4 as a back button.
Oh,
So I
Seems
don't
odd.
actually want to Razor unbind it, because then it will unbind fucking all of the things I've got bound to the button, and it will be a dead button. What I want is for Chrome to stop doing anything.
Huh.
Unbind mouse 4 in Chrome. There are some extensions. Oh my god. Yeah, so
Do you
this
think-
is why I haven't.
Hopefully that's fixed now.
do you think Scott's coming back?
I don't think so, no.
No.
Oh, Ron's dead.
All right.
Ron's dead.
Well, I'll turn to the others and I'll say, look, we're in a bad position here. Let's make sure that the buy-ins are secured, and we'll sack him.
No witnesses.
I don't think we need to keep him alive that long.
Well, I just don't want to stay here because we're in the guard hut.
Yeah,
Like
well, they obviously don't pose much of a threat, though, do they? Like,
well, sure, 4 of them don't. Like 30 of them might.
well, we don't want that, and you don't want that, do you, Oleg?
He shakes his head. I am
And you don't-
audible, yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Terrific.
I'm counting in my head to 6, and then I move myself 30 feet closer.
No.
You don't want to give us a reason to kill you properly, do you?
He shakes his head.
Are you scared of people more powerful than you?
He nods his head.
Oh, what's his name? Shit.
Fuck is my computer being a cunt? Okay.
Oh, good. So I should just give you a minute.
No. I think I worked out what was going on with my computer, hopefully. No, I haven't. The fuck is this? But please keep talking. I
Sure.
can be frustrated in the background.
Do you work for Strahd?
He shakes his head.
What's the name of the mayor's second in command with the dragon arm?
Isaac.
Isaac.
Isaac. Do you work for Isaac?
He looks surprised by the question and shakes his head like, what do you mean, do I work for Isaac?
Are you working against Isaac?
He nods his head.
Ah. The turntables.
And is Isaac working with Strahd?
He shakes his head.
Do we want to risk taking the gag off so he can actually answer questions?
I would be about at the house by now. Unless I happen to meet a mysterious stranger along the way.
You meet a mysterious stranger on the way. As Vasily calls out to you, is everything okay?
Fuck. And what are you doing here?
What do you mean?
Oh,
I
you just
heard the
seem-
guard whistle. I was just concerned that you might have been found out.
Well, yeah, that's pretty much what's happened. Well, if you'll excuse me, and I'll just keep trying to go past him.
Sure. He's just going to follow you along.
My intent at this point is to pretty much ignore him and then walk into the house.
Sure. He's just chilling outside on the other side of the street.
As I walk in, obviously I'm going to note the only people here are the fucking NPCs.
Correct.
Where the fuck did they go? I would ask of. Is Mark and Arena?
They didn't tell us. They just told us to stay here and be quiet.
We have to go. The guards know where we are, and they're very pissed. Probably time to start moving for Kresk, I think. What time would it be? Since all this kicked off at about 6, it wouldn't have been long.
Yeah, it's about 7, 8 a.m.
Yep, time to go. Grab your shit, let's go.
They
Just a
start
heads up.
putting things in backpacks and packing things up.
I need to go in about 15 minutes.
Okay. They leave the painting behind. No one has explicitly told them that they were responsible for the carry. If you know, Leon, you want to explicitly
No.
say, "Hey, bring that painting with you. We need
No.
it." They may consider it, but if you don't mention the painting, they ignore the painting.
I sure ignore the painting as well.
Perfect.
Why is that painting there, for fuck's sake? And if they have all their shit, I would start heading towards the gate.
Question: if I'm holding the painting in shapeshift, what happens? To
It merges into your shapeshift form. So if you want to go back, grab the painting, shapeshift, and then bring it somewhere else.
Actually,
it's
he's
fine.
out of shapeshift for the day.
No, he's not. He took a short rest between the first and the second one. Remember, you guys came back, took a short rest inside, and then he shapeshifted into a spider.
Oh, is that
Yeah.
how it worked?
Yeah, your shapeshifts come
Oh,
back on a short rest and a long rest.
I didn't realize I was part of the short rest.
I don't know why I keep track of that, but I keep forgetting to tell you to take 1d4 damage. Maybe I'm very kind as a DM. The things that deal damage I'm less concerned about than the mechanical advantages shapeshifting.
All right. Well, I still think we should put him in the sack and move to a less threatening area.
Sure, if you want to do that.
Cool. You forcibly throw him in the sack.
Yep, but we make sure his bindings are nice and secure before we do.
Mhm.
And then we sack him, and then we sneak out the front.
Mhm.
And depending on the timing, oh, hi, Leon.
Here. I'm
Oh,
going to
as
say
I leave.
that timing works out great.
And
Right.
You
Is-
with the NPCs.
is
Running
Vasily
in.
still following me?
Vasily sees you run off with the two NPCs and just kind of waves you off and heads back into the center of town.
I would
It's
cross
just
the
like, bye, have a nice time.
I'd cross the road to him and say to him, look, I might be back. We might be back to help you with your problem, but for now we have to get these people to safety. Okay, just as you were. Keep mind your business. I understand what you're trying to do here, but we have other pressing matters.
Understand. If I need to seek you out, where can I find you?
Kresk.
Kresk? All right. See you soon.
Yeah, hopefully not, but probably.
Oh, Sage.
Give it 12 minutes, he'll be in Crest waiting for us.
I'm sure. And then, yes, head towards the gate.
Cool. So the whole party regains or regroups. Garam has been restored of his possessions. Everyone in the one place right outside the northern city gates. Are you guys doing anything or just kind of booking it?
I'll let Leon know. We found Oleg. He's in the sack. He's not dead.
Oh, fuck. Okay, you've got your stuff back?
Yep.
All right. Well, that's fine. All right, we've got to go, obviously.
Oh yeah. Did you actually get inside and see the state of Fiona's husband?
No, I beat the shit out of the guard that was trying to get me to go into the house and legged it.
Oh, I see. So Fiona seems to be.
Can we walk and talk?
Yeah, we can walk and talk. We don't know what Fiona is, but the husband certainly appears to be quite dead. The two brothers in the painting that you saw, we found them asleep in separate rooms, and the sister is some kind of crazy prisoner.
Yeah, the town's fucked. Xenos must be purged and all that. There's some shit going on, but I think it's best to get these two, point at the NPCs, out of here first.
I
This
agree.
is
Let's go.
clearly not a safe place for them, and that is our primary charge.
All right. You guys coming up to the gate kind of see that it's just locked in the same way. There isn't any guards at this gate at the moment. I'm assuming you guys are just going to flip open the barricade and head off.
And remind me, we talked about this before. There was a signpost that said Crest was north, right?
There was a signpost that said that Kresk was in
Oh.
the same direction that you guys were going towards Valaki.
No, I think we asked the NPCs and they indicated it was north.
They indicated
Somebody
it
said
was in the northwest, but if you were to have asked them specifically which of the exits out of Valaki do you take, it would have been the west exit, not the northern. The northern
Shit.
one leads to the lake.
Oh, okay. Let's go west then. Let's
And
take a
every
left
now and
out
then
of the
we'll
town.
take Oleg out of the bag so he can breathe.
Yeah, so I guess
you kind of pull his head out here as he tries to like breathe around this moist rope that is still gagging him, as he's almost being waterboarded with his own saliva. As you drop him back into the bag and keep going.
And my Uber is here. Goodbye.
Okay.
Good
Wow,
night.
that was not 15 minutes.
No, it was not. Good night.
Good night, Nick.
Dean, I'll see you later.
Yeah, baby.
Oh,
Enjoy.
Oh, mad invite.
Oh. Well, if you get on a plane now, you could be here roughly at about 5 a.m., so you may just be able to find Nick's lifeless corpse.
Or, being the DM, I could just create his lifeless corpse. I'll bring us up to, I guess. We can either close it now, saying, hey, we're running out of Valaki, early morning, remembering we don't get a long rest because it's been 2 hours of game time since we started. Can I get stealth checks from everyone who's still alive?
Mhm.
Ooh. I love the 3.
Where is my...
Is Mark and Irina?
Yep.
Jackal.
Of all the hundreds of buttons that I have access to, I would say thousands, I don't necessarily have all of them up on my screen at all times. So let's see, a 4 from Irina, 11 from Ismark, a 5 from Garum.
Oh no.
You were seen leaving town. There's guards shouting at you, but none of them are breaking past their posts on the wall.
I would like to believe that Garen would pull out the ring of gestures and give them a giant purple middle finger as we leave.
Yep. Giving him disadvantage and still getting the same result.
I mean, we have to let Oleg breathe every now and then, so like guess the
Mild screaming comes out of the bag.
I'm guessing the
Why
guard
did we
did
take
that.
him with us? Whose idea was it
know.
to take him with us? Why did we do this?
As
Well, that wasn't a-
Callison quickly goes back to get the painting.
Yeah.
Party making their way westward. Oh, the fuck is Wesley? Westward, out of town. Early morning. We can bring everyone back up to the big overmap.
Well, that was a nice place. Stop
Lovely.
by again sometime.
Okay, so who's going to tell me why the fuck the painting was in the room?
Oh yeah, where is the painting?
Where the fuck do you think the painting is?
Back in you left it back in the house?
Yes.
Why didn't you bring it with?
Why was it in the house to fucking begin with? Where did it come from? You know that's
Where
what
will
they
it
were
go?
after in the first place, right? That's the whole fucking reason the guards were even looking.
Oh, that's their pretense for fucking looking. They're looking because of the dead cultists that we left in the basement.
The dead what?
There were cultists in the basement. They summoned a lot of skeletons. Who knows what they're up to?
Okay, great. You killed townspeople. Perfect. Just great.
Well, they were fucking angry and summoning
Okay, so
skeletons.
so you were looking for his stuff, and instead you
Yeah.
home invaded somebody and murdered a bunch of people in their house, and then stole shit from them. Okay, great, perfect.
Well, I took the painting because I wanted to do these two, and motions at Irina and
Mhm.
Ismark. I want them to identify who was in the painting to see if we had the right people, which apparently we do not. And instead of trying to
Right
describe
people?
them, the painting was easier.
Who are the right people?
Well, someone has to be in control of this place, don't they? Someone has to be his second in command to the fucking big vampire guy, right? He's not doing it all solo.
Big vampire guy? What, Strahd?
Yes. I'm not
You-
sure if we knew whether he's a vampire yet or not, so sorry about that.
Oh, we very much know Strahd is a vampire.
Oh, okay.
I think we opened up at Barovia, finding out that Irina has been bitten twice by this individual.
Okay.
And has been courted by Strahd, who is trying to also convert her into a vampire and his wife. And the reason her father was killed is because the father said no to her hand in marriage.
Yeah. I'm aware of that. I'm not sure if we connected the dots to in game.
Sure.
I mean, I rolled a successful check at one point on vampires, so my character knows about them. We fought a vampire thrall.
Yeah, and then
I
at that point we
successfully
didn't
figured
know
out.
there was.
Huh? We've
Like,
also
we killed-
literally
yeah.
seen Strahd when he was knocking on the door going, oh, fuck, I forgot to write down the name he was saying. That's going to bug me. When he was looking for Arena and instead he found something he was calling a different name, and I think I forgot to write that down. Fuck.
Get noted on.
Damn, that's probably going to be important. Alright, well, fuck. Maybe Adrian has a VOD.
He does.
It is lighting up. He's trying to speak.
That'd be session 1 or 2. But anyway.
Oh.
I'll have to go back and get it. But yeah. At this point, Strahd being a vampire is obvious, and
Okay.
I've clocked Vasily as a vampire, or rather, I'm inferring it. I've clocked him as an undead, and then I'm inferring because gestures broadly at everything. He is of the vampire variety of undead.
So far, Vasily might just be a figment of your imagination. I haven't actually seen him.
Aram has seen him. Hachana, thank you. Thank you, Sir GM.
Oh yeah, if you're literally going to go scrub a
I
VOD
would.
to get the name,
You know I would.
I do, because you did it that last time you realized you forgot to take notes. And I could just save you like 15 minutes of work.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
So Tatiana was the name that who the man you believe to be Strahd is, because that's who Irina said it was, called out. Although you have not seen his face yet, you've heard his voice.
True. He was on the other side of a door that we did not open.
You've seen his silhouette through a stained glass window.
But yeah, I mean, it's pretty fucking heavily implied that. I
But
mean,
basically, best buds.
what? No, implied that he's a vampire. Like,
Yeah.
if your character knows of vampires, they're going to be able to put 2 and 2 together with the context of, hey, everything. Like,
Okay. So the party knows that Strahd is a vampire. Is that correct?
Yes.
Cool. So calling them a big bad vampire is not.
no, my point was which
Tracking.
one? Which big bad vampire were you referring to at that point?
Yeah. Are you referring
Oh.
to Vasily or are you referring to Strahd?
No,
They're different
Strahd.
people.
Why does he need a second in command? Like, why and why in that town and why in that house specifically?
Well,
I see no connection.
I don't know that it's in that those people are, but it didn't hurt to ask. And
You asked by murdering a bunch of people? How much
That was-
information did you learn?
that was unrelated.
Oh, you just did that for fun.
Well, they did ask for it.
No wonder they're fucking so mad at you.
Hey, the fucking little tiefling, he opened the wrong door.
Right. Okay, well, that town needs to be purged. But cultist vampires,
All is
aggressive
well.
little shit guards.
All right. Have we come to the conclusion of that interaction?
I think so. I don't think
Okay.
there's anything else that they want to tell me about. Murdered anybody else?
Yeah, we murdered the gatehouse full of guards.
Oh, for fuck's sake. You know, they were just doing their job.
And very poorly, I might say.
As you continue to bicker along your journey towards Kresk, with the bridge off in the far distance, you realize that there is a party of individuals standing on the road ahead. Looking
Oh, no.
forward, and I'm hoping that
Oh,
there isn't
no.
any
Oh, that's a big thing.
Oh,
fog of war.
fuck.
You see a individual, standing off in the middle of the road, a familiar face to the side, holding on to a flaming undead horse, being flanked by 4 individuals at his back. he opens up his arms as he sees the party start to come down the road and says, "Thank you all for bringing me my Tatiana. I am forever grateful to you. Please, please, you're all invited to the wedding, and I invite you all to dinner, my residence, tomorrow night. We can all celebrate what is to come. But thank you all for making sure that she's brought safely to me." You kind of see like Irina cower behind Ismark a little. I think that's where we're going to end the session. I think that it would be nice to have everyone present as we complete this interaction.
We need to take Oleg out of the bag.
Hey, Oleg, help.
That's something that you need to remember to do 3 weeks from now.
That is a
Oh
good
no, Oleg's
cliffhanger.
dead.
Out of interest, you've used the vampire token. I'm assuming this is not Vasily.
That is the generic vampire token.
Yeah, I was just checking that
Yep.
that wasn't Vasily.
Correct.
Okay.
You will know. I will point out though that the other 4 humanoid tokens are unique art assets,
Just not this, mate.
just not this guy. And
Get
it isn't
fucked up.
Vasily.
Yeah, okay.
I hope everyone enjoyed themselves today and had a good time.
Yeah. Very.
That is sure is a cliffhanger.
Yeah. Everyone can, think about what they've done and how they would like to react.
Divine sense. That is how I would like to react.
I can spoil it for you. This guy isn't. Everything else is undead.
That is actually surprising. I'm surprised that he isn't undead.
Mhm.
I'm
But you've divine sensed him before. So this isn't new information for you.
It's Rahadin. I
Yep,
remember
that is
the token.
Rahadin.
I didn't know I had divine sensed him before. That's all right. He can get a second
Who is
divine
he?
sense. Rahadin.
So the first interaction was when you first rescued Irina, and you said, "Yeah, they're upstairs." While they're in a bag of holding, and you just walked past him on a nat 20.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, fuck. We had a good run, boys.
Mhm.
Run's dead. Yeah. I don't see a way out my character lives through this, to be honest. Perfect.
Hey, you don't have to outrun Strahd. You just have to outrun Tatiana.
Mm. Oh no.
Although this is the first time seeing his face, it is an unmistakable voice.
I recognize you from the title screen. Hmm.
Well, 7 of them and 7 of us. Which one of you is taking a fucking Drake, or whatever it is, with fucking flaming horse? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I know what my turn is.
I take the sword, commit Sudoku, and cast a smite. I'm done. I'm out.
It's pretty much that, to be honest. I'll save that for next turn.
I see the GM is bored of this campaign.
Welcome to Curse of Strahd. In the previous campaign I ran of Curse of Strahd,